So it's time for the handshakes and the lag. Here we go then. Winner breaks. So the lag is kind of important, but whoever breaks first in the first set, the other player will break first in the second set. Pretty close lag. I think it's Shasha. Just. So 9 ball racked on the spot. No break box. No 3-point rule either. Hand racked, no template. So tell us quickly then, Chris, you've played in the Mosconi Cup. How was your experience? Did you play the one behind closed doors, was it?
Yeah, I played 2. They had the one during COVID that I played in 2020. And it was a very kind of a weird atmosphere. And then the one in 2021 in London, both times were in London. I didn't get to play in Vegas, sadly. But hopefully next time I'll be in form and ready for the next one.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it something still on your radar? You know, you're still in with a chance, you think, of getting the call up, maybe a wild card if you don't qualify it, you know, maybe a captain's pick. We'll ask you a little bit more about that, about the American Mosconi Cup team. I'd like to get your views on it. Let's get down to business, though. Shasha Liu breaking off then, rack number 1 in the first set.
Powerful break there. Did anything drop, Mark?
Yeah, nothing down, mate. And every ball down in this kind of half of the table as well. So it's going to be a push out, I believe.
To where, though?
Well, that's your job, mate. You're the expert. I'm just here to try and ask the right questions and keep the audience entertained when there's nothing going on. Maybe she's got a path through to this. Didn't look like it. Well,
wow.
Never have guessed that.
I'd probably go 2 rails at this, try to get the one in between the 2 and the 4, kick it up table, and the cue ball should end up near the 9 and the 7. You get to hit a little bit of high left, though, because it has to come off different, but I think she's going 1 rail to come off the top side of the 1 to go behind the 6-5 and bring the 1 ball towards the 9. And miscalculated the kick there. Got pretty perfect on this ball. Sorry, my bad. I can't. It was too long of a pause.
Just to let you know, guys, that Chris is in New Orleans and I'm here in Thailand, and of course the match is going on in New Zealand, so we might just talk over each other occasionally. So apologies for that, guys. It's not easy, trust me. I was just going to say we are on a 30-second shot clock. You may have seen the referee just holding it in the air there, and 1 extension each per rack. Carry on, Chris. We're back to your territory.
So we're going into the 3 to the 4. I think she has a little too much angle to check for the 4 in the right side pocket. So she's going to go with a little bit of high left. Play the 4 in the bottom left pocket. And it's a little close. I'm not sure if it actually... I wasn't sure if it actually went clean. She might be banking this in between... Yeah, 3 rails in between the 9-7. I think she's trying to throw the ball in. I think it's a little tight, Mark. What do you think?
Well, it doesn't look makeable to me. We saw in the last match when the player
Good
actually
hit.
caught the wrong ball first, trying to make it. But yeah, it was a good hit, wasn't it? And she's nicely on this. Chris can draw for the 6 into the same pocket. So this is a excellent start for Christina after the dry break from Shasha.
On this one, I would probably go for the 5 in the top left corner. Yeah, just like she's doing here. I think she's playing behind the 6, maybe? Yeah, you got to make sure you cut that ball for sure. So, gives her opponent a chance here.
Was up off the shot as well there, Chris, pretty early. Christina, it's a very, very unlike her. She's usually very, very fundamentally sound, but maybe a little bit of pressure. It is the quarterfinal of a World Championships.
Yeah, also, you got to think of... Oh, look at that beautiful stroke. Oh my, she almost hit that too perfect. She almost scratched in the side there. I don't even know how you could get that much stroke out of the ball. Really good.
Just
really good.
beautiful. What a stroke from Shasha LIU. Brilliant.
So the 8-ball plays kind of big here. If you're trying to play position on the 7. So got to be careful. You can also scratch off the 8 or go behind the 8. So you want to steer clear of it or hit it with the pace that if you run into it, you'll clear it.
Sounds like a very, very dangerous ball for me, Chris.
Yeah. Look at this stuff.
Oh,
See
beautiful.
if you hit any harder. What's your pattern here, Mark?
7, 8, 9. Yeah, just a stunt with left hand stunt. Come across the face of the 8. Perfect.
Yeah, she gets through the ball so well with no effort, it seems.
It's that beautiful timing, isn't it, Chris? Just accelerating through the ball so sweetly. You can't teach that. It's in you. So the dry break then from Shasha LIU gave Christina that chance, and then that miss on the 5 ball. And how Christina would love to win this world title. Fiancés holding both world titles. Apologies there, guys. It may have sounded like I was going a bit weird on the microphone there. I had a sneeze coming and couldn't find the mute button. I'm so sorry about that.
I accept your apology.
Thank you so much. Let's hope the viewers do as well. Let's give you some updates from around the room. Jasmine Ocean is just on the next table. You might catch a glimpse of her every now and then. She's taken a 2-0 lead over Chihiro Kawahara. It's Rubelin Armit against Wei Chu Chen. No scoring that one yet. Back to this one. Winner breaks. Shasha looking to make a ball this time.
Wow.
Oh, wing ball straight in. How's the one, Chris?
Not as good as her timing on the stroke. I mean, when you brought that up, it made me realize that that's how she hits the break so hard, because it seems like she's hitting it hard, but she's hitting it so square that all the energy is going into the rack. So it's all that timing is just beautiful to watch. I think she plays the 1 back up near the 8, in between the 8 and the 3. Tough to tell, though. She might also play the 1 2 rails towards where her right hand is right now. and then draw the cue ball under the 5. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that one, but she executed it well.
As a player and a coach, Chris, how would you best describe? I've always found it very difficult to understand or explain what timing actually is, because it's a feeling thing, isn't it? But how could you best describe it? How would you explain it to me if I was one of your students now? Say, come on, Chris, what is timing?
Well, it depends on your stroke as well, but it's basically how the way your cue goes back. So from your elbow to your hand, when it goes back to start the stroke and when it goes and finishes the stroke, the timing of how that works is different for everybody, but it's the same principles as far as generally it's a slower backswing, and then we accelerate through. We use the energy to go through the ball. And Christina has more of a pause at her backstroke, and I feel like that's because her backstroke is so fast back. But then LIU, she has more of a, like, she just kind of takes it back and then lets it go. So she uses more momentum through the ball, which I think is why she has more power. So it's different for everybody.
I get it. Thanks for that, Chris. So back to the rack, nicely on this 3-ball.
Didn't want to get too much angle here, but she'll be okay. Low left English. Aim a little thicker at the ball so it comes off with more draw instead of off the rail stun. Pretty good there.
Score flash to bring you guys a result. Marko Tkach has beaten Alex Kazakis by 10 racks to 7 and goes through to the semi-final, where he will play Ryan Julian. The other semi-final, Josh Villa, will play Woo Kun Lin.
Yeah, Marco is someone that has been knocking on the door for quite a while. You know, he gets last 32, last 16, a lot of matchroom events, a lot of these events, the World 10 ball. He always does well. So I look for him to maybe have a breakthrough tournament this time. Maybe he wins the whole thing.
Yeah, maybe as well in his new adopted home country. Of course, he's from Holland, but he's now residing in New Zealand. Sometimes that can give you the boost, can't it, Chris? A little bit of home support when you know, things, the chips are down kind of thing. A little bit of home support to help you through those tough times.
Yeah, I'm sure, you know, not having to change the time zone or anything when you're at an event helps. And, you know, waking up in your own bed or, you know, just doing your own routine every day that you normally do helps a lot with the confidence and being comfortable.
Well, I do have a little glimpse at YouTube when I can, guys. We don't really get to look at it too much going on, but there's a question for you, Chris, which I thought I would put to you. Do you ever come to Southwest Florida? Says Bang Time Paul. I guess he's looking for some lessons or something. Do you ever venture to Florida? You mentioned that you're not going to the International this year.
Yeah, I go to Florida quite a bit. I live in New Orleans, so it's not that far. But if you have any questions about lessons or anything, you can always message me on my Facebook account or my Instagram, whatever social media you have. Chris Reinhold, pool player, and we can figure something out. But I'd love to do a
There you
clinic
go.
or group lesson there, so it'd be fun.
There you go, Bang Time Paul. Back to this one then. This 9 for a 2-0 lead in the first set. Best of 5 sets, remember, races to 4. In it goes, in control at the moment, Chris. Xia Liu.
Yeah, she's playing really well. Kind of taking what the table gives her, but also throwing in her own little spice in there because she's a very unique player with a lot of power, and I think she knows when she needs to let it out.
There's some latest scores for you guys. Kelly Fisher taking the opening 2 racks. Chihiro Kawahara is 3-0 down to Jasmine Ocean. Jasmine Ocean, former world champion, of course, looking for a career revival as well. No score in that Wei Xu Chen against Rubelin Armit match now. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe that was on the same table that the Alex Kazakis and Marco Teutscher match was on. So maybe they're just not underway at the moment. Not sure about that. Anyway, back to this one.
Yeah, watch the timing on this break, Mark. Yeah, Christina's going to have to push here. But Mark, would you push to a kick, or would you push to see the right side of the one ball?
I would probably give her the gap. Push to this, just to the left of this back rail here, in between the diamonds, and give her a little bit through. I wouldn't give her that. I think this safety is a little bit too easy now. Thin off the right-hand side. 2 rails down behind that wall of balls. What about you, Chris?
You gotta be careful not. You gotta be careful don't come in too tight to the 5 ball, because if you clip that, then you're probably gonna sell out. So you gotta be careful, but that's why she gave it back. Wow. I would have to shoot here, but I don't know. I couldn't give this back, but I'm not sure that I would execute the safe. I'd have to try it though.
It's one of those, isn't it, where you know it's a difficult shot, but you don't want to shoot it yourself. And there you see, she's missed it altogether.
And the man with the gloves comes in and gives her the prized ball.
Yeah, ball in hand. You can't beat that, can you? Ball in glove.
Ball and glove.
Did you know that's why Michael Jackson never refereed any pool matches? He always insisted on only wearing 1 glove, so they wouldn't let him.
Yeah, that's a big piece of pool knowledge that not a lot of people know. I'm glad you could help us out with that, Mark. Thank you.
I've got plenty more like that coming up, don't worry. We've still got a couple of days to go, mate.
Can't wait.
Funny you say that. I've got some questions for you. As we go through this match, test your general knowledge on pool.
It's probably not that good.
How beautiful is that stroke? It's one of those strokes that you could watch all day long. A bit like Ronnie O'Sullivan, Fedor Gorst, that kind of beautiful stroke. Chris Melling, you know, that just makes you want to run down to the nearest pool room, Chris, and try it out, because they make it look so easy and smooth. And oh, I like to use the word, well, it's just beautiful, isn't it, to watch?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's art in its purest form to us, for sure. I think she's just going to go 1, 2, 3 rails and come all the way back out to where she is now, but a little further to the left. Interested to see how she hits this one.
Missed it.
Oh.
She's missed it. Well,
The navigation from the 5 to the 6 is not easy. Got to be careful. So left side of the 2 ball with low left English. Just let the spin do the work. Get to where it is now. Yeah, hit a little too hard, but I think she's still got the corner. She doesn't feel like taking it on. She can roll up on the 9. I think she's going to attack, being down 2-0.
Christina's route to the quarterfinals. She beat Emily Duddy in her first match, then Seo Sewa from South Korea. And in that match against Margaret Fefilova, where she was 2 sets behind and came back to win by 3 sets to 2. Didn't catch it thin enough, Chris. So it's another mistake from Christina, has allowed LIU back in.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for sure. I feel like it's only the first set. Christina's going to come into her own as a player during this whole set. And then she's going to be ready to fire next set.
Kelly Fisher on the hill in the first set against Siming Chen, 3-1. Jasmine Ocean, the same scoreline. She's 3-1 up against Chihiro Kawahara.
So that's one of the strokes that I need to make myself do sometimes, is just take the longer shot and not try to get perfect on the 8 and the side. Just take what the table gives you. Beautiful shot, beautiful out.
Yeah, centre of the pocket. A beautiful out once again, puts her on the hill in this first set. Still a long way to go though. You need to win 3 sets if you're going to advance to the semi-finals. Semi-finals will be tomorrow morning actually, for the ladies. And it will be the winner of Kelly Fisher and Siming Chen against Chihiro Kawahara or Jasmine Ocean. That will be on table 1. And the second semi-final, of course, the winner of the other 2. Wei Chu Chen and Rublin Amit still haven't started, but I can confirm that the reason they haven't is because that was the match that went on longer than normal between Alex Kazakis and Marko Tojca. So they obviously had to wait for that match to finish. There is the juniors going on at the moment as well. We have the under-19s, the under-17s for the guys, and of course the ladies juniors. Good wins, Chris, earlier on for Savannah Easton.
Yeah, it's so nice watching these up-and-coming players get better and better. It reminds me a lot of myself when I was going through the junior ranks. It's amazing to see, and it gives me a lot of inspiration for my own game. Let's watch this break again,
sure.
Mark.
Wow, power there makes the 1 in the side this time, Chris. And the 3 in the side. Oh, now how's the 2 ball laying? It's possible bank, or is she just left with a safety? I don't think it banks, Chris, does it? Or is it cut?
I think she can cut, but she's gonna have to put a lot of low and a lot of right, and not a lot of speed. Just let the spin do the work and get you 1, 2, 3, almost 4 rails for the full in the lower right hand pocket. I think she could do it. To close out the first set, Mark.
Yeah, Christina has had her chances though, but not many of them. So it just shows you, Chris, you're going to have to take advantage of every single one she gets. She's had 2 chances and not taken them. And no risk being taken there.
Shot.
Oh, I think she's overhit it though, Chris. I think this 2 ball goes.
So the reason that I would have hit the other side of the 2 and drawn it under the 4 is because then that way the 2 and the 4 are on opposite ends of the table in case you do leave a shot. Something to think about.
Just not happening at the moment, is it, for Christina? Fundamentally very sound. You'd expect her to make that, but it just shows you, Chris, there's some pressure on her here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like herself, that's for sure. But also, I think she's just kind of overthinking her mechanics and a few other things. Just that slight pause in the backstroke gets her to kind of steer at the last second. Just gotta trust her instincts and get through the ball. That's all.
Short stick is out. We're going airborne with China Airways. Get ready for takeoff, ladies and gentlemen. Fasten your seatbelts. Well, everything on the move there. Well, look at this for a bit of run, Chris.
I remember my good friend Evans Bishop, he used to tell me, you know what happens when you see a hard shot?
Go on.
Hit it hard. Hard shot, hit it hard. And look, it worked. Good shot from Christina there. Still has some fight in her. She's not going to go down that easy.
Yeah, watch, get the 9 moving here, maybe. There's a chance here. Now then, this is going to be a gilt-edged opportunity for the crystal.
Yeah, this rack is a must-win for her confidence and for the scoreline.
This is what you want, a nice little run out to get yourself into the match, get settled, get that arm, that beautiful cue action going. And more importantly, settle the mind down, Chris, as well. You feel part of it as soon as you get your first rack on the board.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want to be checked up on the 6. Got to be careful. She gets through this rack, it'll help her confidence tremendously.
Expect her to make this, but just a little tester.
A little weird on this. Think she's okay, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, that looks perfect to me. Just straightforward drawback, isn't it?
Looking
So
a little more
this-
loose now.
That's better. From the crystal, she's beginning to shine. But it's still LIU in charge, in control of this one. Let's have a look around the scores once again, guys. Well, Jasmine has taken the first set against Chihiro Kawahara from Japan. And they have started now, and it's Wei Su-chen. It's Wei who's taken the first two against Rublin Amit. Now, Rublin overcame her good friend and fellow teammate, Cesca Centino, in the previous round. Very surprised, Chris, weren't you, to see Carlo Biardo go out so quickly? Went 2 and out in the men's 8-ball. Very unusual.
Yeah, it happens.
First break then for Christina. Nothing doing.
Try here. And wide open, Mark.
Oh, sometimes I have to pinch myself to see that it's real. Sat here watching top class women's pool, commentating with a Mosconi Cup, 2-time Mosconi Cup player. I remember interviewing you, Chris, many years ago on the Booth Brothers. I used to do a show with Joey Ryan. I don't know whether you remember that. And you were sitting in your car. We had a little chat.
Of course I remember.
And I'm very thankful for all this game has given me. I've been welcomed to the pool scene with open arms, and I'm just enjoying my time so much. I really am in it. I just want to say that it really is an honour to commentate on these Predator events, World Championships. I've been very lucky. Only been in the game about 5 years, and I'm super happy to be sat here with Chris Reinhold, the Mosconi legend already.
I enjoy your presence in doing this commentary with you as well, sir. And always fun to be around you. You're awesome.
The $10 is in the post, Chris, for saying that, as requested.
I thought it was 20.
And I'm glad you can read my writing as well.
Uh-oh, getting away from her here. Yeah, it should be okay though. Kind of a weird in-between shot here. You could, I think, with her stroke, the correct shot is to draw this with low right. You play the 6 in the same side pocket. See, something like that. Yeah.
Well, stop
Deflected
press.
on it a little bit more.
Oh, look at this. I think she's got away with it, though. Has she? Can she spin it in, Chris? No, she can't. She's playing the safety.
Yeah, it's just going tough for her this set for sure. Can she avoid the 9 here, Mark, when she makes the 5?
I think she can use it, can't she? Just draw into it. Hold for the 6.
So.
You never know what the 9 might do. Oh, she could avoid it. But look at that, Chris. Once again, trying to guide the cue ball. Now, this is an easy rail first, this for Christina to catch. And I think she decelerated on that slightly, Chris.
Yeah, also at that slower speed, it'll deflect a little more than she thought instead of turn. With cleaner balls, it doesn't really turn. It just kind of deflects to the right. So that's why she... Whoa.
Wow.
Well, she's going to make the 5 in the corner this time. I'd bet on it.
It's been on the table for some time, this 5 ball. It refuses to go down. But yes, I think it's guaranteed to go this time, barring a bad miscue or something. Six, 7, 8, 9 for a first set win of 4 racks to 1. Just a little bit of work to do here, Chris. Use the top rail back down.
Yeah, she might just leave distance. She might just leave distance and draw back a little bit. A little further away from the middle of the table. I think she's straighter on it than we think.
Yeah, it looks a lot straighter from that angle, doesn't it? So yeah, just the drawback.
Yeah, for sure. But on this one, we can't decelerate. You have to make sure we accelerate through the ball. Like you said, on the 5 ball she missed, she kind of decelerated. We can't have any of that here. She might hit it with low right just so she has more power to get through the ball.
Beautiful. Again, she's overhit it though. That's one of the problems with the long flowing stroke though, Chris, isn't it? It's hard to accelerate through the ball without getting too much power in it when you've got such a long backswing. Thought she might have just reduced the backswing slightly on that shot. But she's not scared to get the bridge out. She's overcut this. She's overcut it. What a chance then for Tkach to get right back into this set. And if she can make this 9 ball, she'll be breaking to go heel-heel. You'd never have thought that at 3-0. Just shows you got to hang in there, Chris.
Make sure you give every effort and make sure you follow through and stay down. Put some English on that one.
Side pocket, side pocket. I've seen them go before, you know, especially on the shootout shot. Tyler Steyer famously did it on the final shootout shot, sudden death in Puerto Rico a couple of years back. I'll never forget that.
I remember when Mark Wilson used to coach me when I was in college. And we'd scratch in the side pocket. He'd say, "You know, it's been there the whole time, right?" And it's one of the dumb things that I say and it reminds me of some good times for sure.
Yeah, Mark Wilson, well-renowned coach, a very, very good coach as well. Kelly Fisher was 3-0 up against Siming Chen. Siming Chen has come back to Hill in their first set, 3-3. Wei on the hill in the first set there as well, 3-1 up. Jasmine has taken the first set against Chihiro Kawahara, but it's Kawahara who's taken the opening rack in the second. Back to this one, Christina breaking off, made a ball.
What's the 4-ball going?
Oh, has it spoilt the party? Look at the 5, 6, 7, Chris. Now, do you think she'll risk going into these here, Chris, or not? Would you risk going into the 7?
I mean, you're gonna have to risk it either way. You might as well do it now while you have an angle, and I'd hit it with a good amount of speed so I don't get stuck behind one of them. You're gonna have to do it one way or the other, and the 4-ball is a pretty good safety ball. She hit that okay, but I would have hit it a good amount harder. Maybe that's why I'm commentating.
Yeah, I too thought she caught it a little bit thin. It would have been, you know, even if she caught the 7 thin, which she did, it wasn't really going to do too much damage, was it? She needed a much fuller hit on the 7 with more pace, in my opinion. But the 5, 8 is on.
Yeah, you don't want to play combo when the 8-ball is so close to the rail. But it might be the only thing she has. Let's take a look. She's playing behind the 6, I believe. Hitting that 5 into the 7. Got to be careful. You might make the 7, or you might make the 5 off the 7 in the corner in the lower right. Beautiful shot there. Look how fast this match has turned around, Mark.
Well, she's now favourite to win the set in a bizarre kind of way, isn't she? Breaking, if she can get ball in hand here or a leave on the 5-ball, run the table, breaking for the set. Unbelievable, the game of pool. You never know what's going to happen, do you?
No, like I was saying, the race to 4, you're never out of the match, ever.
Be putting some pace into this one. Needs a bit of luck. Needs to create distance, Chris. She's done that. Needs the cue ball on the rail. Pretty good.
She didn't put as much pace on it as I thought she was going to, Mark. I think you feel the same way, right?
Yeah, I think she wanted a fuller hit, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. I think it turned out the best it could have happened if she didn't make the ball. Christina's got a little more confidence now. See if she can pull the trigger. Yeah, she's overcutting balls. It's generally from not kind of trusting the aim, where you think it's one spot and then it's you adjust slightly, and it's where you thought it was. So she just has to aim thicker and trust the thicker hit.
At 3-0, I would have thought Shasha is definitely going to run out here, but, well, 3-2 now, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, she's definitely still the favorite to run out here. But I really do think that she needs to get out here for her own sanity. She might even just draw back straight and just to make sure she has the angle on the 7 instead of try to draw down and maybe get hooked on the 9. I think she might just take her medicine here and just kind of stay up top. Yeah, just like that.
Huge match, this, and a huge stage in the match as well. Head perfectly still.
That was picture perfect, Mark.
Yeah, the pace and everything, Chris, wasn't it? Kept the head so still there. I was just purely watching her head there. Not a hair moved.
Yeah, she's slowing down her rhythm just a little bit here. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm sure you did. But it's helping.
Yeah, just being a little bit more sure of things, isn't she? She has missed a couple of sitters, to be honest. So just regrouping, making sure she does everything right. And that will be the first set to Shasha LIU in control of this quarter-final. Kelly Fisher has just taken the opening set as well against Siming Chen. Ocean one up as well, and the first set has gone to Wei Chu Chen as well against Rubelin Amit. So you're up to date. Time out, guys. We're going to nip out very, very briefly. We'll be back, Chris Reinhold and myself, Mark White, with the second set very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, guys, to this beautiful Claudelands Event Centre in Hamilton, New Zealand. Mark White here with Chris Reinhold. Second set in this quarter-final of the women's Massé 9-ball WPA World Championships.
Another dry break.
Yeah, both have struggled, haven't they, Chris, with the break so far? And to be fair to them, it's not often that they play with 9 on the spot, is it? So it's a completely different break for them. Used to 1 on the spot in most tournaments. The ladies, anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they either need to put a little more power into it or probably break from a different spot if they keep coming up dry. I might move out to a diamond out into more towards the middle of the table and just see if they can get any luck going from there. Always move around if you feel like, if you feel like it's not working. Don't be afraid to change.
Variety is the spice of life. Switch it up a bit. Who was it said?
Right.
Only a madman keeps doing the same thing and expects a different result.
Good kick there.
Yeah, no luck though.
Yeah, kind of just taking what she can take, get there. I wouldn't be surprised if she decides to just toss the 2-ball back up towards the middle where her left hand is, and then put the cue ball right where the 2-ball is, or near the 3. I think she's going to go
You're not going for
it.
this, Chris? Yeah, you got to go for it and go into the 7 or something. Yeah. Well,
I'm not a big fan.
Wrong,
I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a chicken, but I think she's feeling a little better. Oh, not after that. Oh, maybe after that.
good time to thank our sponsors, guys. Massé, the main event sponsor. Thank you so much, guys. It is a WPA sanctioned event. Pro Billiard Series sponsors, Predator Group, of course, Kamui, Yalin, Venn Billiards Corporation. Oh, that's a good shot there. Medalla Light, Rums of Puerto Rico, Samsung TV Plus, and the little monster, whoever that is. Good to have you guys. Thank you.
Beautiful.
There's a little monster.
There.
Little monster in all of us, Chris. Sometimes.
Oh boy. See, it looks like she's second guessing a little bit. Almost like she's not really as comfortable as she usually is. She's got to pick something and go with it. Yeah.
Oh.
I think she's trying to be a little too perfect, just gotta take what the table gives you and get through the ball. Her talent level is so high, she knows what to do. I think she's just kind of overanalyzing right now.
Yeah, I was just wondering there when she's placing her hand on the table, doing the measuring, you know this angle, just get down and pot the ball. Do you know what I mean? It's I think she's overcomplicating things.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like she's stressing out before. It looks like she thinks she missed it before she even hit the ball. And I've never seen this with Christina because she's usually, But we're gonna see how maybe the match before it was so close it took a lot of energy out of her.
Yeah, it's a very good point as well. Wow,
Ooh.
look at this, unbelievable. It's catching. Two top-class ladies, I tell you, they certainly are. Christina, I think, is up to something like number 5. LIU, okay, she's dropped off the rankings of recent years, but she's won plenty of world titles, and both of the players are a lot better than they've shown in this rack. Christina wins it, though.
Pool isn't about being perfect. It's more so about doing your best with each opportunity. And I think she's trying to be perfect right now. And when you're struggling, that's not the mindset to have.
Latest scores for you. Rubelin Amit has taken the first rack in the second set, having lost the first set to Wei Zhuchen. Jasmine Ocean 2-1 down in the second set. The Austrian took the opening set there. Kelly Fisher 1-0 down to Siming Chen in the second set, but it's Kelly Fisher leading 1-0.
Yeah, I would advise her to break from a different side. Just to maybe freshen things up.
Would you try and cut it more, Chris, as well?
Well, the problem is I don't think she gets enough power in the break. Like, her opponent definitely gets a lot more power than her in the break. So that's why she's able to break from there. Generates more ball movement. So I think she should try to either cut them or move closer towards the middle, like a 10-ball break from about like one diamond down. Sense a push coming.
Just tickle into the 8, maybe.
Yeah, you don't want to leave her something straightforward to just get you with, but you also don't want it to be too hard to where when they give it back to you, you're not going to execute.
Well, she's got to be careful here that she's not leaving an easy one behind the 7 hook.
Yeah, I think she was going to leave it no matter what, but I'm not so sure that there's an advantage to taking this unless you get that cue ball behind the 8-9, which is kind of steep. And that's okay. It's a good containing shot for sure. I know that she would definitely rather have this kick than the one that she got after the break.
Can she try and get in, play with some low left and try and get in back behind the 7 here, Chris? Or is it just a little bit too far away? Yeah, too far away.
Yeah, she played it well. I just would have hit it with a little more pace or draw. And so I get back to that end rail near where Christina's at with the cue ball.
Created the opportunity.
Take her hit.
didn't go in cleanly, did it? That's why she's lost the cue ball slightly. She hit slightly thinner. And now doesn't have a shot on the 2 ball.
See how everything's getting hit slightly thinner? You gotta aim thicker at the ball. It's hard to trust it.
A little bit of frustration there, maybe. Putting lots of pace into it, kind of a hit and hope, wasn't it? Kind of, when it's hard, Chris, hit it hard. Who said that earlier on today? When it's hard, hit it hard.
Oh, my friend Evans Bishop from Phoenix, Arizona. He says, "Hard shot, hit it hard."
Well, I don't believe what I'm seeing here. This is just incredible. It's just totally different to the first set. The first set was kind of one mistake and it was punished. Okay, there was a rack where that wasn't the case, with the 5 ball surviving longer than I've ever seen a 5 ball survive, to be honest. But apart from that, it was clinical finishing, wasn't it? And, you know, punished the mistake, but they're both making mistakes. Perhaps the pressure's getting to them both here. Well, she tried to be a little bit clever there as well. Playing the carom into the 5.
Yeah, I think what people they tend to forget is that you can't always win with your best game. You have to kind of win with your B game. Sometimes you have to win with your C game. You just have to kind of understand what it is and go from there. Just do your best each shot, and that's it. It's a lot easier said than done, though.
Yeah, I think we're just so used, Chris, to seeing these players play at such a high level that when we do see them play like this, they look very, very ordinary, don't they? But of course, it can't last a long period. It's just one of them little periods in the match where maybe they're both just feeling that little bit of nerves after that kind of a tense first set, wasn't it, to be honest?
Yeah, in every match, the filling out process is very important. And I think she's finally saying, all right, well, I'm just going to let it all out at this point. So she's going to give a little more of a free will. I'm not saying she's not going to care, but she is definitely feeling better about the game. Pretty accurate. I think she's finally letting her stroke out again after a few miscalculated shots.
She's not afraid to use the bridge, is she, Chris? Okay, she's not 100% happy with how she played that, but she made the ball. She does strike the ball very, very well, even using the bridge. So, draw shot here, straight back. This is one of those that will make you feel good if it goes in. Crack it in the back of the pocket, draw back just the right amount for the 9. She's overdrawn it, Chris.
Or if she's underdrawn it, if she's trying to go to the end rail and back down. It's all about perspective.
Only someone as crazy as you would try that shot. No mistake this time. into the centre of the pocket. Christina out of her chair to help retrieve the balls. So I've got a couple of questions for you, Chris. I'm going to test your knowledge on the history of the game and just general knowledge about cue sports. So here's the first question for you. Why is billiards cloth traditionally green? Okay, I know we're playing on blue here, but it was traditionally green. Do you know why they chose the colour green? I'm going to put you on the shot clock if you don't hurry up.
Cigarettes?
Pardon?
Nothing to do with cigarette
say?
smoke. It doesn't show up as much. I have no clue.
It's because the roots of snooker, pool, billiards all came from the lawn game of croquet. So that was played on green grass. So when they took it inside, they kind of played croquet on a billiard table, first of all, using not a tip of a cue, but a mace. It was like a flat, more like a hammer kind of thing. So it came from the game of croquet, and it was used to simulate the green lawn. There you go. Well, balls flying in here, including the cue ball.
The green 6 ball went in. Yeah, I was way off on your question. I'm sorry. I wasn't even in the same realm.
I'm looking to see what other ball went down.
1, 2, 3, the 4 and the 6.
Oh yeah, the 4. That's right.
I think it's the shot clock that's kind of messing her up a little bit. Looks like she's rushing into certain things.
Well, it's very, very interesting you say that, Chris, because I did a series of interviews with Christina. I think I've done 4 so far, and we call them a Tkach up with Christina, just to see what she's been up to and where she's going and how her game is progressing. And we did it on a regular basis, like every 3 months or something. And she told me in one of those that she completely broke down and started again her whole pre-shot routine, because whenever she was playing in tournaments, she was okay on the outside tables, but as soon as she got to the TV tables with the shot clock, she struggled. So obviously, if you're wanting to win tournaments, you're going to end up on the TV table eventually if you're going to win some tournaments. So she completely changed her whole shot routine to incorporate the shot clock. So it's very interesting you said that.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Usually she's a little more calculated, but not in a bad way. Just definitely, a different pace for sure. It's noticeable. To go up 2-1 mark.
Yeah, slowly but surely getting back into this, isn't she? Taking the lead in this second set. And she looked well out of it at 3-0 down in the first set, Chris. But then something changed. Okay, she still lost the first set, but there were signs there that she was beginning to feel a little bit more comfortable. Rubelin Armit on a comeback in the second set against Wei Chen. She's 3-0 up, the 2-time World Women's 10-ball champion from Philippines. Lost the first one, but she's well ahead in the second set on the hill. Also coming back in the second set, Chihiro Kawahara from Japan. She lost the first set to Jasmine Ocean, but she's on the hill in the second at 3-2. Looking to level things up there. Kelly Fisher 2-1 up in the second set, having won the first set against Siming Chen. Back to Christina Tkach, breaking off to get on the hill and level the match, hopefully. At 1 set all. Little way to go, though. Needs to make a ball. 9 balls close. Oh, it's dry again, Chris, and look at the mess these balls are in. How do you fancy running out from here?
You have to push the 1-2 rails towards the 5 and the cue ball behind the 3-9, but yeah, I mean, I would try to change something up on the break, just like I was saying before, just so I can maybe even break from the back rail so I can get a little more power through the rack.
I think it's fair to say Christina has always been one of the weaker breakers on the women's circuit. Jasmine, very, very hard breaker. Kelly Fisher is a very, very hard break as well. Oh, this has gone horribly wrong.
You're going to have to jump it. But for what reason? Then what? You're going to kick the 3 ball in after you jump that ball? It's kind of a lose-lose.
Lots of oohs and ahs coming from the next table.
Unless you can go low right English draw over the 3 in the lower left-hand corner.
Well, we often say in these situations, what would Efren do? But in this situation, I'm saying, what would Fedor do? And I'm pretty sure he would do exactly what you just said. Play it with draw and right-hand spin and try and get over there towards the 4 ball somehow.
Good hit.
She made a row, yes.
Good hit.
Good hit.
Very odd shot here. Wouldn't be opposed trying to get that cue ball behind the 4. Hopefully the 2 behind the 8.
Yeah, I like that one, Chris. Has to be careful of a little double kiss here. Going thinner. Tried to make it. Well, what an aggressive shot that was.
She didn't call the bank 3 rails, but I think she'll take it. Oh. That doesn't put you in better spirits. If you're Christina, what will?
I bet that felt absolutely amazing to play that shot. Hardly felt the cue ball on the tip of the cue. Seemed light. Pockets seemed big. Balls seemed smaller. It's the holy grail, isn't it, of pool? It's that sweet feeling that we all strive for. Once it's bitten you, once the bug has bitten you, you want it more and more.
Seeing if she likes the 7 in the side. Not a bad idea. Overran it a touch, but I think she's okay.
Can even use the rail, can't she, if she has to? But she is straight enough just to hold it, so that's okay. Perfect view of the backhand opening up on the backswing, keeping the cue parallel to the bed of the cloth. A nice smooth delivery.
Here I wouldn't mind going 2 rails for the 9 on the right-hand side pocket. That's fine too.
Beautiful action once again, slicing through the cue ball. On the hill, Chris, reversal of the first set.
Yeah, she's looking to give it right back to her opponent and make this a race to 2 in sets after they already won one each.
Losers qualification going on in the guys under 17s, and Walter Lightcret literally just has gone through 7-4 against Max Benko. Now that's a great victory over Max Benko. He goes through to the quarter-final. 5 world champions are being crowned here this week, guys, by the WPA and Predator. 3 juniors, a women's world 9-ball champion and a men's world 8-ball champion, looking to get back to 1 set all. Christina Tkach breaking off. Great break, lots of power that time, Chris. Looked good to me.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe just the mindset of she's up 3-1 gave her a little more energy there. You never know.
She's looking a lot more confident now than her opponent. It really is a complete switch around. Bottom left-hand corner. Overcut it. Well, could have been worse. Has left a possible 2-7 combo though, Chris, and it's very, very makeable. Not too much distance between them. She's already eyeing it up.
Yeah, it looks like it's on, that's for sure. A little bit of draw on the cue ball. Don't get stuck on the 2. Used all the pocket there. I think she's okay. Made sure she's on the correct side of the 3 ball to go towards the 4. Very nice. Don't want to have to run into the 8s on accident or go down to that rail. So if she could float in between the 3, no, I'm sorry, in between the 6 and the 4, she'll be loving life here on this run out. And just like that. Use a little bit of high right English. Make sure you put a good stroke on it. Don't decelerate, because that's when a ball skids on you on a weird angle like this. Stretching doesn't help, but I think she's okay.
Well, I'll tell you what I've just noticed. I think Earl Strickland buys his shoes from the same place that LIU does.
I thought you were going to say something about that. I like that too. Yeah. Maybe a few sizes different, but
Yeah.
still the same shoe.
You gotta be taller. You gotta be taller. These tall guys, they got an advantage. Slightly worse
Got
than
the wrong
your
angle here.
Phil Yates impression. I was slightly lacking in the impersonation department there, Chris. I apologise for that.
Oh boy. Come around 3 rails for the 8. About where she is now.
Wants this to
Might have got
slow up
into
or
it
get
too much
moving.
there.
She's okay.
I don't know. This is a very tough cut, and the 9 ball's in a very tricky spot. I'm not saying don't go for it, but I don't think she's the favorite going for it here. Unless it's not as steep as I think, which also might be true.
Well, she's going for it. Chris, 4 rails with a cue ball. Unless she's checking it up. I doubt it, though.
Watch out.
Oh,
Does it go on the side? I might just shoot in the corner just to be safe. A little thick on this.
does look thick, doesn't it? It did look thick. It looked very thick. Well, she's got away with it.
Chance.
I
Did
think
it look
she's
thick, Mark?
had-
Right when she lined up?
Yeah, 100%. I was in 2 minds whether she was going for the centre even at first. But yeah, it looked way, way too thick. Oh, where's the cue ball? Where's the cue ball going? Oh, is she angled up?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Looked like
Those
scratching.
things always get in the way. Points.
Unbelievable. Chihiro Kawahara has taken the second set against Jasmine Ocean. They're 1-1. Rubelin Amit has taken the second set against Wei Chu Chen. They're also at 1-1 in sets. Well, confirmation that a complete turnaround in this match, even the run of the ball. I mean, how that cue ball didn't scratch, I don't know. Well, we are all square. Back with set number 3, guys. Very, very shortly. Welcome back, guys. Third set. LIU to break off. All of our quarterfinals in the Ladies World 9-Ball Championships are at 1 set all. Every single match. Oh, it's a scratch. And Tkach with ball in hand. Everything out in the open. Good chance here to get off to a flying start against the break in this third set. Another race to 4. Best of 5 sets. What an achievement it would be if Christina Tkach could win the Women's World 9-Ball Championship. Her and fiancé Fedor Gorst would both hold the title. That would be an incredible achievement. I'm pretty sure that's never been done before. Fedor got down on one knee in Paris to propose to Christina while they were on a ferry boat on the River Seine. I'm wondering when they're going to tie the knot.
Player Bo Chen Cheng for Team Billiard Taipei, please come to the tournament list.
I thought that was Chris Reinhold back, but it's not. It was a public announcement. Oh, Chris has been working. Chris has been working on his New Zealand accents as well as the Brits. Welcome back, Chris.
Hello. Hello, love. Little slow spin here, unless she wants to come to the middle table. Middle table, good. Governor.
Mark White and Dick Van Dyke in the booth.
I don't even know who that is. Yeah, keeping it simple now. Seems to have a little more confidence now that she got through that second set.
Yeah, leaving the longer 8-ball, Chris, showing a sign of confidence that just wants to stroke this in, come back for the 9 off the side route. Starting to look very, very comfortable now, Christina Tkach.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, huh? Oh, a little shaky there, but it's okay.
This is the last game for today. It's semi-finals day tomorrow. And we start off at 10 a.m. local time in Hamilton, New Zealand. It will be either Kelly Fisher or Simin Cheng against Chihiro Kawahara or Jasmine Ocean. That's your match on table 1 at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And the other semi-final will be at 1:30 p.m. local time. And that, of course, will be between Rubelin Amit or Wei Xiu Chen against either Xia Liu or Christina Tkach. So that's your lineup. First thing tomorrow. Chris won't be here. Chris is off to a wedding. Where are you going tomorrow, Chris? Anywhere nice? Where is it, the wedding?
No, I'll be here doing the first match. The next day is the one that I have the wedding.
Ah, okay.
I'm not even sure if I'll be needed anyway.
Dry
go
break.
in.
Chance. No. Dry break. Shah comes to the table with a nice look at the one. Everything available. How's the 4-9? Does the 4 pass the 9? I think it does. Overrun this again, Chris, just slightly. Okay, she does want that angle going over towards the 3, but just slightly overran.
You gotta be careful, gotta go under the 3 like she's pointing to with her pool cue there. I'm not sure if she wants angle or to be almost straight. It's a tough shot either way.
Beautiful.
Wanted to be just a little lower on the ball. That way she isn't so close to it. I think she's okay. Whatever shot you choose, you don't want to baby the ball. Just make sure you follow through and give yourself the best chance to make the 3 go disappear in the pocket.
Wow, look at this. Beautiful.
Did she get away with it? Got a big
This is what
pocket
we
over
want
there
to
with
see.
7.
It's what we want to see, this, isn't it, Chris? Both players playing to the top of their ability, both feeling confident, leaving the longer shots, not afraid to do that. We want to see this go all the way, and may the best lady win. Didn't need the 7. Perfect angle on this. Stun off the side rail up for the 7 ball.
Looks like she's in control of this rack. Interested to see how she breaks in the next rack if she gets out here. Uh-oh. Quick on the backstroke there.
When this does go to best of 5 sets, Chris, it really is more like a longer race, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they are both pretty much in stroke, and the nerves are kind of gone. So we could start to see more of their natural game. Say if this goes in, the lower left.
Watch the cue ball. Oh, caught it thick. Who are you thinking now, Chris? Is Tkach like slightly better at the moment, do you think, or is it pretty much even? I mean, okay, 1-1-1-1, it's pretty even, right?
Yeah, but there's more to the story. I mean, as you've seen and you know, Jaja started off out of the gate, guns blazing. She was playing amazing, and then now she's a little shaky. So maybe it's like lack of competition lately. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, that's something to be concerned about. So we'll see if she can hold up, and I don't see any reason why she can't.
Has had the more powerful break.
Yeah, look at the timing. Perfect. No one home.
Yeah, the 3 balls by the 9 barely moved. Now, does she play a carom here, Chris? 1-6. Does she go all safety? I like the carom, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd probably do the carom because the one ball stays there after the contact with the 8. Moved a little bit on her. She elevates. She might be able to get this. But I also might play her below the 794 off 2 rails. Oh no.
Wow.
Tough rack though. The 3 to the 4, the 4 to the 5, and the 5 to the 7, all very tough.
Would you not have considered taking the 1 there and playing safe off of the 2 to give yourself an easier safety, or not? You're right there, Chris. Have you fallen over or something? Shall we call an ambulance?
No. No, I wouldn't mind going for the 1 there. Had to elevate slightly because she was so close to the 1. Maybe she didn't feel comfortable with that. But I wouldn't have minded that. In hindsight, anything else would have been better, but that's not how pool works, I guess.
What a beautiful thing hindsight is, huh?
Gotta come with the ear.
Looks pretty good to me. Now I can just stunt, follow slightly. Draw off the side rail, back over for the 7, off of the 5. All of a sudden, it's looking a good opportunity, but as you said, Chris, it's all about the 5 to the 7.
Yeah, this is going to be the toughest shot for sure.
Oh,
How beautiful was that?
how
Wow.
well, when she plays a shot like that, you just wonder how she ever misses with that stroke. Maybe just a fraction more to avoid having to bridge near the 9 ball. Shouldn't present a problem though. We'll know first if it's in. It is.
I think she tried to come up to that top right rail above the side pocket, but didn't get there. She looked a little confused at first. But either way, she's shooting at the 9, so she can't be too sad here.
Yeah, I think maybe just caught the 8 ball a little bit thick, Chris. No problem though. Leads 2-1. 1 set all. Other matches, Kelly Fisher against Siming Chen. Siming Chen has taken a 2-0 lead in their 3rd set. They're 1 set all there. Jasmine Ocean 2-1 down against Chihiro Kawahara in their 3rd set. 1-1 there. Rubelin Amit is on the hill in the 3rd set against Wei Chu Chen. So a chance for the Filipino to go up 2 sets to 1. Semi-final of the men's World 8 ball will be tomorrow. Both of those semi-finals, 6 p.m. Josh Villa against Woo Kun Lin, and 8 p.m. These are local times in New Zealand. It's Ryan Julian will be up against Marco Teucher. That's at 8 p.m. So the ladies' semi-finals first, and then the men's back to this quarter-final. Dry again, Chris. No damage done though, I don't think.
Yeah. It's weird because you want to stop it there, but you're too far away at the 1 ball. If you stop it, a stop shot, the 1 ball's going to go 3 rails and then it's not going to be hooked. On the 7 ball, so you got to be careful here.
Yeah, you could play a stun follow. Oh, touchy little shot here. She played it well though, Chris.
Really good there. I was very impressed with that shot.
Looking at possibly making this past the 5 in the bottom left-hand corner. Stick the cue ball where it is. If she doesn't make the 1, maybe play it with enough pace to send it around the angles, and she might get a hook behind the 7. But she's not playing bottom, so she's not trying to hold the cue ball. Went all in for it. Now, is there a thin edge here? I think there is, Chris. She can get through to this 1 ball, Christina. Chance to level things up again in this 3rd set.
Yeah, lots of possibilities here. Just have to slow down, take it 1 game at a time, 1 ball at a time.
Yeah, very true saying that. You can only pot 1 ball at a time, and you can only make and win 1 rack at a time. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on the next shot in front of you.
Uh-oh, might have stunned too far. I think she's okay.
Just okay.
Good angles here. Probably going to use either high left or high right. I like high right. Come down. Do not hit the 8-ball with your leg. It'll be very crucial. Uh-oh, 7-ball, where are you at? Okay, it's fine.
Going toe to
Energy
toe,
looks a little
exchanging
better.
racks. Blow for blow here. Perfect angle for us to see the technique of Tkach. And the big thing for Christina is she was always kind of the nearly girl. I think she finished in 3 finals on the WPA tour, WPBA tour, and just couldn't get that win. But she finally did at Iron City Billiards just recently. Beat Margaret Fefilova in that final. So she knows how to win now, Chris. It's not kind of a new experience, you know, it's not that first time ever for her anymore.
How much closer of a set can this be?
Yeah, can't separate them at the moment. I think it's a fair reflection as well, Chris. Sometimes the score doesn't tell the whole story, but I believe this score now does. I think they've both missed several opportunities each at times. They've both missed balls that we didn't expect them to see. Neither of them has really mastered the break at the moment. And they've both taken chances when they've had to as well. So I think overall it kind of does tell the whole story of this match so far. So I think it's only going to get better as we get through this match. The next rack, very, very important to get on the hill and take that next set to lead in sets. You know, then you're guaranteed at the very least, well, you know, let's go. Changing sides, Chris.
Yeah, probably a good approach. No lead is safe, remember this. So if they get up to the hill, don't take any... Hopefully there's no let up. See what I mean by changing the sides?
Straight away makes the 1 in the side. Okay, only a safety to play, but she's got control of the table.
2-ball behind 9. Cue ball about where she stick. To the middle diamond.
Very nicely played.
Good shot there.
Little click of the fingers
gonna have to...
from somebody there in the audience. I'll bet it was Fedor. I know that click anywhere.
But she's going to be coming at this one with speed because she has to shorten up the angle slightly. She's going that way. Okay. Yeah, she's going to massé into it, the angle a little more. So use a little more low right. And just let the spin do the work.
Well, Massé are one of our sponsors, the main sponsor, of course, for this 9-ball event, along with Predator Q's, Rums of Puerto Rico. little monster cues. Oh,
How is this
well has she
return
played
safety?
that? Brilliant.
Wow.
Absolutely brilliant shot.
Yeah, a little unsure here, doubting herself a little bit on the decision.
One thing to consider here, though, Christina Tkach has never been a world champion. LIU has done so on 3 occasions. 4 if you count the world teams as well.
Yeah, she is a heck of a player. She's a threat to win any event that she's at. Male or female, does not matter.
Yeah, it was good.
She's a great player.
Good to see Han Yu back, wasn't it, Chris, as well, playing again. She played in the World 10 Ball last year in Austria. Good to see her back in action after having a family. She was here at this tournament also. Another great player. Siming Chen, of course, back. I heard that Karen Kaur was coming, but I didn't see her name in the list at all. I think she's back home in Ireland. Hi, Karen, if you're watching.
That was beautiful.
Nicely on this, just a stop shot.
Yeah, I don't want to stun over too much. The 6 on the side. They're all there. Actually, I prefer the stun, where you put middle left and let the left go a little deeper. So when it hits that second rail, it's going to go wider.
About 9 o'clock on the clock face.
Oh, she didn't even want to go near that side pocket.
Extension on the cue. Now look at the amount of overhang from the bridge hand here. Christina Tkach does that a lot as well.
You know who does that a lot from a far bridge perspective in the men's division is Ralph Souquet.
Does he?
Yeah, he has a very long bridge. And it's something that I've always thought maybe he's always at the back end of the queue all the time.
Ralph, not one of the tallest players on the tour, of course. Maybe only outdone by Alex Pagulayan in the height department. So it looks like LIU is going to be the first to the hill in this very, very important 3rd set. Siming Chen on the hill 3-2 in the 3rd set against Kelly Fisher. Chihiro Kawahara 3-2 down in the 3rd set to Jasmine Ocean, 1 set each there as well. Rubelin Amit did take the 3rd set against Wei Tu Chen. It's now 2-1 in sets to the Filipino. Looks like they're all going all the way, Chris.
Yeah, they're all amazing players.
I guess you could say maybe Rubelin is, you know, maybe the little surprise in this tournament. She doesn't really play too many, does she? She's there in the Philippines. She's a businesswoman as well. She's even got herself a little shawarma, a little food wrap business with Carlo Biardo, no less, in a shopping mall in Manila. Very smart businesswoman. Actually a trained accountant, Rubelin Amit. Her dad wanted her to be a lawyer.
Remember, no lead is safe here. Christina's going to have to run out, put some pressure on her. This could be the change in tide of the match right here.
Oh, Jasmine Ocean has taken the third set. She leads 2-1 now against Chihiro Kawahara.
Interested to see how she gets from the 3 to the 4 here. Just like that with a side pocket. Here, she's going to have to make a decision if she wants to use stun right, come for the 4 on the top right, or she wants to use low right and come for the 4 on the bottom right. I think she's going to stun.
Oh, got a little bit too much into the cue ball.
Does it go, Mark?
It goes, yeah. I'm sat right behind it, Chris, in my chair here in Thailand. I'm a lot nearer to you. I'm a lot nearer to New Zealand than you are.
Looking a little more fluid with her cue action here.
Confident stroke. What a positional shot.
Took the words out of my mouth, Mark.
That's a confident stroke of somebody who's feeling the shots now instead of just playing them. She's actually feeling it. Christina, another one who's not afraid to have a bit of cue overhang. Well, maybe she's not playing this. She didn't have enough of it. She wasn't on it. Where's the cue ball? It's okay. But she's left this 6 ball. Poor shot.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that.
Oh, a little bump on the 9. Can just draw across the face of the 8.
Very touchy there.
Saw her tapping the table, trying to slow the cue ball down kind of gesture. In and out of the corner here. Bit of low left. Oh, she went forward with right. Surprising, Chris?
Shot to execute. Yeah, very difficult shot to execute. We're kind of forcing the angle at that point. This is for the set.
Oh, right in the heart of the pocket. In it goes. 2-1. Shasha Liu leads. We will take a short break, guys. We're going to leave you with a nice bit of music to have a little jig along to. Chris Reinhold and myself, Mark White, will be back with set number 4 very, very soon. Welcome back, guys, to Claudeland's Event Centre here in Hamilton, New Zealand. Quick score update for you. Kelly Fisher and Siming Chen are 1 set all and 3 racks all in the third set. This one, breaking off Christina Tkach, trailing 2-1.
One ball accidentally disappears. Not accidentally, but disappears on the right-hand side. No shot on the 2.
Yeah, nothing doing on the 2 ball. Are you kicking at this? Are you pushing out? Man, she's pushing out.
Have to push here.
Yeah, I think rightly so as well, being put back in there. But she's played a beauty.
Beautiful here. She's going to want to kick under that low side of the 2. Potentially make it on the side, but airing more towards in between the 4 and the 6. And putting the 2 on the upper top rail. See if she can execute here.
Well, not bad. As she left it though. Maybe just a fraction too thin, Chris, on the contact.
Yeah, it appears to be that way. Lots of spin. Right English does it. It's okay if you run it into the 3 here, that's fine. A little too hard. Hard to control that. And make sure that you made the 3. Or the 2. Yeah, not sure I like that approach. It's a little too. You might as well go for the shot, in my opinion.
Well, I actually thought she was going for it, Chris, to be honest. I was quite surprised when I saw the pace that she played the shot at. Obviously was then going for the safety. And this is cuttable. Crucial for Tkach to get off to a good start in this 4th set. Can't afford to lose it.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's do or die for her in this set, literally. Just don't get on this rail here.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on here.
Maybe the shot clock.
Yeah, it's a shot clock violation. See, this is why I don't like handheld timers, Chris. I much prefer the visual where you can see the clock winding down and you also get a sound warning. I think it's a little bit open to interpretation, this, because I've heard time called many times on this table during the last 5 days. There's an interpreter now.
Christina biting her nails, nervous about the outcome.
This is a big, big part in the game, this.
Maybe that's why Christina is a little weird in the first set, because whenever she heard time, she thought she had to rush.
Yeah, I mean, the normal would be you get a 10-second warning, and then the next thing you hear is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're not in the arena, of course, Chris, so I can't say this 100%, but I've never heard it just called time. I thought if it's called time and you're down on the shot, you can play the shot. Well, this is ongoing. She's not happy with it. And the referee's not going to change his mind now. I think everything now is understood.
Is he letting her keep shooting?
Well, I think Christina, if she does this is a huge gesture of great sportswomanship here.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't want to win like this, but I would just let the referee make the decision and just stick with it. If he leaves it up to me, I'd probably just let her keep shooting, in my opinion. But that's courteous, Chris,
Well,
at your service.
yeah, we saw that famous incident at the US Open back in 2021 when Aloysius Yap and Shane Van Bonen were playing, and Shane says he called extension. The referee said he didn't hear extension, and in the end they gave Aloysius ball in hand. He took ball in hand and just played a shot, didn't even try to make it. So that was a huge gesture there, and I think Aloysius Yap gained a lot of fans after that, and I think Christina will here as well if she does the same. Not that she hasn't got lots of fans already, of course, but on the flip side, it's a world championship. But a decision has to be made. I think the head referee needs to be brought over, the situation explained, and then whatever the head referee decides, that's what you go with, and then leave it up to Christina to do what she wants when she takes the ball in hand, Chris. I think that's the best thing to do. And we are back with you guys. Still not sure exactly what's going on though. Chris Reinhold, are you there?
Pretty much. Just curious on what's going on. That's all.
Well, we are back. It is ball in hand for Christina Tkach. So a shot clock violation is all we can tell you guys on that. Just sorting the sound out for you now, guys, and we will be back live. Well, that was a bizarre shot, wasn't it? Careering straight into the 6-ball, Chris.
Yeah, she could have scratched off the side of it if she wasn't careful, but it's all right. I guess she didn't do it. Uh-oh.
Oh, cue ball. Has she drawn in off? She has. She's scratched to catch with the scratch in this match.
What a game changer.
Well, maybe a little bit of justice there, a little bit of poetic justice. LIU punished straight away. Do you know what? I actually thought that was bizarre, the way that Christina played to get on that 5-ball, Chris, in the side. I really did. It was almost like she played it like not caring.
I think they called time, and she went to go she had to hit it real quick. What's going on, Mark?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of, the wheels have fallen off at the moment, haven't they? This is a tricky little 9-ball into the side. But it's to take an early lead in set number 3. Oh, nearly overdid it. Well, a strange rack. Let's give you a few other latest scores, guys. Kelly Fisher is now 2-1 up in sets over Simming Chen. Jasmine Ocean 2-1 up against Chihiro Kawahara. It's Kawahara who's taken the first rack in their 4th set. Rubelin Amit took set number 3 against Wei Chu Chen. She leads 2-1, but it's Wei Chu Chen leading 2-1 in racks in their 4th set. I'm wondering, Chris, I half expected Christina to give that shot back, you know, I really did. And I think she kind of did in a way. The way she just played that, the position to the 4, sorry, to the position to the 5 was just bizarre. It was almost like she just didn't even think about it, didn't care, was just kind of rolling it. I'm not saying the draw scratch was on purpose. Of course it wasn't. You'd have to be pretty good to play that, but the previous shot was bizarre in my mind. So maybe it's all come out in the wash. Everything has worked out for the greater good. And it's 1-0 to LIU. Scoreboard will be updated, guys.
Weird positional shot here, Mark. From the 1 to the 2, you got to drag down, avoid the 7, and come in between the 2 and the 7. Or you kind of draw all the way down and follow. Yeah, it's just a very odd positional shot here. Very tough. Uh-oh. That should be just fine.
It's all happening in Hamilton, New Zealand. Really is crunch day today. We will be down to the last 4 players in both tournaments.
Good finesse there with the bridge.
Yeah, seems a very, very good rest player, Shah, which surprises me, Chris, that sometimes you see her really, really stretch and leave a long overhang of cue between a bridge hand. So this is nice.
I don't want to be on that rail, though.
Yeah, just I thought she was going to get a bounce off the rail, but she didn't. Kind of slowed up. She's got to drop this in dead weight, leave herself a slightly more awkward, bigger cut on the 5 ball. I think she's pretty straight on this 4.
Yeah, made sure she made the 4 to give herself a chance for the 5. Come back and forth. 1, 2 rails out towards slightly on the right side of the middle table.
See the knuckles of the backhand there, look, perfectly in line, and then the hand opens on the backswing. Well, this has gone just a little bit awkward.
Keeps that backhand so loose on the transition. It's so beautiful to watch. This is destined to go hill, Mark.
Yeah, will it go hill, and hill? If it does, if we go to a fifth deciding set, Chris, and we go to 3-3 in that one, we will have a shootout. Haven't been too many, to my knowledge. Nicely on this 7, just to stun off the side route.
Cleaned it up from there. Christina Tkach ties it up 1-1. Looking to get this set so she can tie up the sets at 2-2.
Both players working very, very hard here. Nothing's really coming easy, is it? Even the ref's having a fight with a fly there, I think. There's the 1 ball being placed at the front. All the rest random, apart from the 9, which will go on the spot.
I think they're both going to start breaking from that left side. Our left side, their right side.
Yeah, it's been where... There. Yeah, exactly, Chris. That's where the success has been coming from, isn't it? Yeah, a bit weak there, wasn't it, on the break?
Yeah, they're all spread out. 1 good shot here. Give yourself a chance.
Yeah, they kind of all lead to each other, don't they, Chris, here? Just has to make this 1 ball. Guaranteed to be on the 2 in the side. 3 into this bottom left. Leave yourself an angle to get over for the 4. 5 on the same side as the 4, and she's missed the 1 ball.
It's never an easy shot.
See the nice follow through there. A bit of an elbow drop as well from Christina. Straight out of the Johan Rising camp. We know Fedor spends a lot of time with Johan. He actually was at the World Championships with Fedor, guiding him through that to success. I'm sure Fedor has passed some of that on to Christina as well.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Two very dedicated individuals.
Certainly a very, very strong Scotch doubles pairing, aren't they, Fedor and Christina? I think you'd have to have them as the favourites in a Scotch doubles tournament, a mixed Scotch doubles.
No
have to
preference
win.
here from up top left.
You have to win 12 racks in this match. To be guaranteed, of course. Good stuff, Chris. Once again, she's looking in control, smooth, focused, confident, which is borne out by that shot that she just played.
She looks more in control of her own game, 100%.
Very quiet character, but super smart. Give you some other scores, guys. Of course, out on table 1. If you want to go and watch that one, it's also available on the Billiard.tv YouTube channel. 2-1 Kelly Fisher leads in sets. They're 1-1 now, herself and Simi Chen. And it's Chihiro Kawahara who's coming back at Jasmine Ocean. Jasmine leading 2-1, but Chihiro is 3-0 up in the 4th set, so looking to tie things up there. Also, Wei Chu Chen, she's 2-1 down in sets against Rubelin Amit, but it's the Taiwanese Wei Wei who's 3-1 up in their 4th set. So we're still no nearer to knowing really who's going to be in the semi-finals tomorrow morning. 10 a.m. we start, guys. And then 1:30 p.m. men's semi-finals to follow those ones. Back to this one, Christina to break. 2-1 up, but 2-1 down. Very, very weak break again, Chris.
Yeah, played her cue ball well. Middle of the table, got kicked. No balls down. It's with that speed, if the 1 doesn't go on the side and the wing ball doesn't go, it's very unlikely that any of the other balls will go either. Not bad there. Perhaps a follow. for the 3 to the side, or would you stun out, Mark? A little bit of draw.
I like going forward here simply because of the relation of the cue ball to the 6. Looks like she's going back though. That's why I'm sat here, Chris. She's overhit that by a long way. Yeah, I just thought the speed was easier to control going forwards. Kind of, you know, go with the direction the cue ball wants to travel in. It's kind of the Asian thing normally, isn't it? She stuns a lot more, this young lady, than maybe some of the other Taiwanese do.
A shot that I wouldn't mind would be play the 3 to the 7 ball, and then play the cue ball 1 rail towards behind the 4. But I don't think that's what she's going to do here. I'm not a big fan of that one because of the jump cue. It's right in front of the side. And I know that Christina knows a person or two that is good with the jump cue.
I think
not
she
even
can
need
get
it.
straight through to it. Yeah, I think she can get straight through to it. Well, pardon the pun, but she is a little monster with a jump cue in her hand. She uses the air rush, of course. But Little Monster, one of our sponsors. Thank you so much, guys. Thought she could make it, Chris. Just
Yeah, I thought she had to turn around 7, a touch with left English, let it turn. But I don't think she thought that, unless she thought she could come a little further with the cue ball.
This is very makeable. Mind the 6 and the 8. Wow, can you believe she's missed it? She's caught the 8.
Yeah, it wasn't an amazingly easy shot. A lot of things to worry about with the cue ball wise.
Didn't expect to see her catch it thick though, Chris. But maybe, as you say, it was to do with worrying about the cue ball and trying to steer the cue ball around the back of the 8 maybe. Took a little bit of the focus away from the pot. Anyway, Christina Tkach is right back in here with a chance to get on the hill. And we could be 2 sets all. Making sure she's given herself a nice angle on this 7 ball. She's got options here, can run it through, can also draw off the side rail. We know she likes to draw the ball. Just coming to see. Yeah, she doesn't really need to move the cue ball too much.
What do you like here, Mark?
Yeah, she's playing it. I like this way as well, just because of, you know, you get better feel for the shot going forwards like that, letting the cue ball go natural angle where it wants to go. Just drawing across the face of the 9 on that previous shot on the 7 ball. You know, she'd have collided into the 9 by some chance. She might have left herself on the right-hand side route. Keeping it simple. No doubt, huge pressure is on her at the moment, Chris. I mean, she just hasn't been in this situation before. But in it goes, 3-1 up. And breaking. Kawahara and Jasmine Ocean are 2 sets all now. Siming Chen looking favourite to do the same against Kelly Fisher. She's 3-1 up in their 4th set now. And Rubelin and Wei Wei are locked at 2 sets all. So very soon, well, we saw every match was on 1-1 of our quarterfinals. Every single match was at 1 set all. And very, very soon, it could be 2 sets all in all 4 games as well. That shows you, Chris, exactly how close this competition is this year.
Yeah, I mean, it just gets tighter and tighter with everybody, and it's amazing to see the level of play go up and up every year.
Breaking for the set. See if she can just get a little bit more pace. Sticking with the same side. She's had a few dries, though, from this side as well. This time, wing ball goes in. Is the 1 ball going to be on? It could be if the 7 and the 5 part company. Wow, is there a gap through there, Chris? There could be.
It might be.
That round of applause was for Siming Chen, who has just gone 2-2 in sets with Kelly Fisher. So it's just this one we're watching now. It's the only quarter-final that isn't on 2 sets all. If this one goes in, it could be this table as well. We could have a full house. And nicely on this 2 ball. It's a chance, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, you have to take advantage when you can, for sure. Feels like she's settling in. She's ready to take on this 5th set.
Every match so close. Imagine if they all went to a shootout as well. That's surely not possible, is it? It's possible, but unlikely. Nicely on this 4 ball. Draw with low left. Somewhere not too far away.
Kill stroke here.
Beautifully done. The Federer snap of the fingers again, I'm sure that was in the background. No one snaps like Federer.
Wants to get the cue ball where it is now. Don't touch that 7 with your clothing. Be careful.
Team leader Indonesia, please come to the tournament desk.
This 7 ball and 9 ball to go 2 sets all, and we will be 2 sets all right across the board. Every single quarterfinal. That's the standard. Oh, Christina. Well, she can't believe it. She doesn't want to walk away from the table, but she's going to have to. What a chance this is now. for
I think she
Shasha
was
to
in
get
between
back into this
strokes.
set. Oh, no follow through, Chris. Stabbed at it. Well, how costly will that mistake be? Okay, she's still going to be only 3-2 down. If this goes in, still work to do for Shasha, but the set should have been over. And it would have kept LIU away from the table as well, Chris. Take her into the next set. Cold. Oh, she's missed the 9. Dear, oh dear. Now we are really seeing what pressure does to these players. Nothing left, though. What do you do here, Chris Reinhold? Two-time Mosconi Cup player.
I think you have to pick if you like the cut or the bank. I personally like the cut on this. Gotta try to win.
It's there. What a shot from Christina Tkach. Well, she must have thought when she missed that 7 that she was going to have to wait a little longer to tie the sets up. But it is now 2-2 all across the board, Chris, in all our quarterfinals. Kelly Fisher against Semin Cheng, 2-2. Chihiro Kawahara against Jasmine Ocean, 2-2. Wei Chu Chen and Rubelin Amit all square as well in their deciding set. And here, Shasha Liu and Christina Tkach all square as well. So we're going to nip out, guys, for a very quick break, and we'll be back with the deciding set very, very soon. You don't want to miss this. So I don't think the players have actually gone out for a break. Chris Reinhold, are you there still?
Yes, sir.
So let me just pick your brains a little bit about what you might think the American Mosconi Cup team will be this year. Who do you think it will be, and kind of who do you hope it will be?
It's tough to say, really, because I think it should be, if I got to pick my team from scratch, it would be something like Federer, SVB, Skyler, Justin Bergman, and myself, Tyler, or Oscar. But I think who I think it will be this year.
No Billy Thorpe? Okay, and who do you think it will be?
I think it will be what I hope it is this year is SVB, Federer, Skyler, Tyler, and Oscar. That's what I'm hoping for.
Same as last year, no?
Is that?
Is it the same as last year? I'm sure somebody will help us out in the chat.
Did Oscar play last year?
I can't remember, to be honest. Did Earl play last year? Was it the year Earl played again last year?
How do we not know?
We're good, aren't we? You should know more than I do. You're an American man. Come on.
It was in London, right? Had to be.
It was in, yeah, it was. It was Alexandra Palace.
Oh, Shane Wolford.
Of course, it was Shane Wolford. That's it, Shane Wolford. You don't think he'll get back in again? Played pretty well, I thought, in last year's.
No. I'd rather put see Oscar on the team than him. Shot to break.
Well, lost you for a second, guys, but I'm back. Is Chris there as well? I hope I didn't upset him too much talking about the Moscone Cup team.
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you finish answering my question or not? I got cut off, Chris, I'm afraid. What was your
What was the question?
Your final thought on who you think the team will be this year?
Oh, I think it's going to be Oscar, Tyler, SVB, Federer, and Skyler.
Pretty strong. Oscar's had quite a good season, hasn't he, to be honest? He's been playing some good stuff. He's been travelling everywhere as well.
Yeah, he's been going to the events and he's been beating a lot of really big players.
Yeah, Tyler's had a good couple of results as well, hasn't he? So what about a score prediction? A little bit closer than last year, or you think America can do it on home soil in Florida?
I really think America can win. I think it's 11-9 USA. How well Federer and Shane are playing.
Yeah, certainly some points to be made between those two, isn't there? I just think the European side this year is going to be a little bit different to what it's been in the last few years, and I think that could possibly cause a little bit of unrest. And it's a whole new dynamic as well, isn't it, this year, with no team captains as such. They're actually player captains, Jason Short and Skylar Woodward. So it's going to be interesting to see, like in match selections and that kind of thing. It's all going to be very, very interesting this year. And I think it is more open this year, but I'm going Europe 11-8. There's my prediction.
Yeah, not a bad guess. Uh-oh. They're both kind of hitting a wall a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, let's not take fatigue out of it as well. Christina went for a grueling 5 setup in her last match. Shasha LIU won hers 3-1, so didn't quite have so much table time as Christina did and got through a little bit easier. But it's just 24 years old, so should have plenty of energy left.
Oh,
dear, oh dear. Well, there's a little bit of frustration there from Christina. Imperative to get off to a good start in this deciding set. Ideally, you want to be first to 3. you don't want to. Well, you want to be guaranteed at least a shootout, but a 3-1, something like that, you know, you'll have to be favourite to take it. So it's a bad mistake there from Christina on what you thought was an unmissable 6, the way she's been playing, Chris. Chihiro Kawahara has gone ahead for the first time in her match against Jasmine Ocean. It's 2 sets all, and the Japanese young lady leads by 1-0. Xia Liu takes the opening rack when it looked likely she was going to lose it. Rubelin Armit is 1-1 in games and 2-2 in sets against Wei Wei. Kelly Fisher 1 rack up in their deciding set over Siming Chen. Remember, our semi-finals, guys, tomorrow the ladies begin at 10 a.m. on table 1. It will be the winner of the Kelly Fisher Siming Chen match against Chihiro Kawahara or Jasmine Ocean. And then at 1:30 p.m. it will either be Rubelin Armit, Wei Chu Chen against Xia Liu or Christina Tkach. Men's semi-finals will follow, and then the finals on the very last day. Ladies' final will be on Sunday at 1 p.m. followed by the men's. So here we go. Good solid break, good control on the cue ball. Look at the 2 ball, Chris. Last ball rolling, and look at the 1 ball rolling into position as well. This is a great chance to double her lead in this deciding set. Just play this with a touch of left-hand spin.
You remember the saying, Mark? When it rains, it pours.
Well, she'll take that.
Didn't want to have to go to the corner, but I think she's all right.
Stunned it in rather than rolled it in. Held nicely for the 4-5 into the opposite side. Wow, how costly is that 6 ball going to be, Chris, from Christina Tkach in that last rack? Should have been her running these out. Instead, it looks like she's going to be 2-0 behind. Not where you want to be in the deciding set of a World Championship quarter-final.
And it's tough as well when you can't get your break going because you finally get to battle it out and you get a rack. And then all of a sudden you have to break again. And then all of a sudden, you get a little weird on a ball. You lose the game and the other person now breaks you. It's tough.
Well, it's kind of been the area that Christina has had to work on for quite some time now, the break. She's never had the hardest break, not being critical, but she just hasn't. She's worked on other aspects. Oh, well, look at this. Can you believe this? It's a miss on the 7 this time. shoulders drop. There's mistakes in both of them, Chris. The pressure is mounting. And she won't have an easier 7, 8, 9 than this. She was playing that with a lot of English. She was playing a lot of English, wasn't she, Chris? And I thought she played that quite a quick stroke as well on that 7 ball, looking at the replay. So maybe threw the cue ball slightly more. Deflected a bit more. Anyway, we're 1-1. Unbelievable. Here it comes again. Just watch the stroke here, Chris. Was it a little bit short and a little bit stabby? So maybe the English didn't throw the same as it would with a smooth, slower stroke? What do you reckon?
No, I think she just didn't think it was going to deflect as much. You know, when you put that much English on a ball, it's really going to deflect to the... She put right on it, so it deflected more to the left than she thought, which made her overcut the ball. So it's just a thicker hit on the ball. Newer cloth, newer conditions, everything cuts easy, so you got to be aware of that.
Wow, it's just adding to all the excitement for us, isn't it? It can't be good for the players. I bet their heart rates are pounding. The blood pressure's up. You've got to keep breathing. Deep breaths. Stay focused. Stay calm. Stay in the moment. All very, very tough things to do when your body's shaking and you can't think straight. But it's the champions that do that. So can she make a ball? This has been the big, big part of her game. She has made a ball. She's made 2 balls. Has she got to look at the lowest ball on, the 3, I think it is? I believe she has, Chris. This is an opening. This is a chance.
Put everything in the ball pocket in itself and take what the table gives you. So all she has to do, trust her training, get through the ball.
Little nudge on the 5 as well. Not too bad. Not too shabby, was it?
That was ideal, for sure.
Wei Chu Chen leads 2-1 now in their deciding set over Rubelin Amit. 2-0 to Chihiro Kawahara in their deciding set over Jasmine Ocean. And Simming Chen and Kelly Fisher are 1-1 in their deciding set. Excitement wherever you look around the Claude Lands beautiful arena in Hamilton, New Zealand.
Caught it a little thick there.
Let's not forget about the juniors as well, the under-17s. Their quarterfinals are tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. as well. Can only be pressure, Chris. Can only be pressure.
Whenever she does that thing with her hand, she ended up missing. I don't know if it's an aiming method or something, but I don't know.
I may have missed that, Chris. What do you mean?
Well, she put her whole hand down in front of the ball like it was an aiming system or something.
Oh, yeah, that, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. It's the second time she's done it and the second time she's missed that I've seen today. I really think she's too good to be doing stuff like that, you know. She doesn't need that. She knows the angle. I think it's just adding something into the brain that you don't need to be adding personally.
Oh, look at this stroke.
She struck that so well, didn't she? Christina, normally so strong fundamentally, it's kind of her thing, you know. That's what's made her such a force, why she's reached so many finals recently in the WPBA. But she will be going 2-1 down in the deciding set. Tomorrow, the young lady quarterfinals will be starting as well. Sophia Mast booking her place, Savannah Easton booking her place, as did Linja Holmström from Sweden, a great prospect from Sweden. Other matches still going on there. I've also got the under-19s as well. They will conclude tomorrow also. Great win from Adrian Prasad. I know you follow his career, Chris.
Yeah, Adrian is a really good up-and-coming player. He's coached by Oscar Dominguez. And
Payne McBride.
he has all the tools. Payne McBride as well. McBride.
Yeah, he's going well, Chris. He's 5-2 up on a fellow American, Hank Linen. So you're guaranteed at least 1-2 into the quarterfinals there. Playing loser qualification at the moment. We are very much coming down to the business end of this match. Xia Liu leading 2-1. Deciding set, but once again, it's a dry break. A longing look at the table to see if she's left anything for her opponent. She certainly has a longish straight in one. I think she's got the angle, Chris. She should just go past, drift past the 7 for the 2.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Let's see what kind of angle she has here. Don't get hooked on the 6. Does she have a bank?
Well, getting very interesting now. In the other matches also, Siming Chen is on the hill against Kelly Fisher at 3-1. So the best Kelly can wish for is a shootout in that one. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that one, trying to hide behind the 5 and the 6 there. If anything, I would have liked to thin it, go all the way around the table, put the cue ball on the end where the 3 is. Oh, wow. Good shot. Now she's in an attacking position.
Lovely stroke again. Just creeping past the purple 4. She's okay. She's absolutely perfect on this, isn't she, Chris? Back to centre table. Needs to hold her nerve. Needs to keep the head down. We've seen misses at inopportune times, at crucial times throughout this match by both players. Similar 7 was missed in the last rack by Shasha. No problem this time for Christina. Perfect angle just to drop on the 9. She will be back all square once again and breaking to get on the hill. Double hill. Yeah, very nicely done. Handling the pressure very, very well, Chris. 2-2 and 2-2 in racks. Where are we going from here? Needs a good break, needs to make a ball.
We said we wanted a close match. Guess we got it.
I'll spare a thought for our referees as well. On their feet for the whole time of the match also. They don't get to sit down between shots. They don't get to switch off. They have to keep their concentration. And at the end of the day, they're all human. And he who never made a mistake, never made anything. Kawahara on the hill now against Jasmine Ocean. She leads 3-1 in the deciding set in that quarterfinal. Watch for the 1 in the side. Makes it, and the wing ball. 2 balls down, Chris, and a nice look at the 2.
First to be on
Probably
the hill
the
would be an amazing feeling for her, I imagine.
Yeah, and I think that's the best break of the match so far as well by her. Everything in the open, 2 balls down, good look at the lowest ball on. Good chance to get on the hill as well. 3-1 now, Simming Chen on the hill to win against Kelly Fisher. Just a little bit awkward, Chris.
Good shot there. Maybe have to draw back for the 4 in the top left corner. Depends on the angle, but I think that's what she has. Overdrew that one. Giving herself a
Siming
tester.
Cheng has beaten Kelly Fisher by 3 sets to 2, I should say, rather, and 4-1 in the final set. She will go through to tomorrow's semi-final, where she will play either Jasmine Ocean or Chihiro Kawahara, and it looks like being Kawahara at the moment. She's 3-1 up in their deciding set.
Tester here as well. Tough to want to float this one in under pressure.
Yeah, great 4-ball, wasn't it, Chris? Under pressure. Well, she's overcut this. She rolled it. Why is she playing it so soft?
Well, you got to aim so much thicker at that ball when you're hitting it soft. And with no English, yeah, the ball isn't going to cut the way you think it's going to cut if you don't put any English on it at all.
Yeah, it just seemed to quit on it slightly as well, Chris. Wasn't the best stroke she's played, so a great chance here for Tkach to get on the hill. So important to get to 3 first in this deciding set.
Yeah,
Oh, listen to this.
Got a little bit on the 50-yard line here.
Big draw shot, Chris. Needs to miss the point of the pocket. Oh, how well did she hit that? Glorious, glorious cueing. Rubelin Amit now on the hill against Wei Chu Chen. She's 3-2 up in their deciding set. It's all happening. The winner of that plays the winner of this. Some right hand spin. Spinning it down towards the 9. It's a beauty. So she's looked at the angle. Yeah, right into the heart of the pocket. So Christina Tkach on the hill. Another result to bring you. Jasmine Ocean is out, beaten 3 sets to 2 by Chihiro Kawahara. It will be Kawahara against Siming Cheng in tomorrow's semi-final. And that will be the first one up at 10 a.m. in the morning. Siming Cheng against Chihiro Kawahara. We're still not sure who's going to be in the other semi-final. Wei Chu Chen has pulled one back. It's now 3-2 to Rubelin Amit in their deciding set. We're 3-2 here and breaking for the match. If ever she wanted another break, Chris, like the one she just had, make a couple of balls, leave herself a shot on the lowest ball, run the rack for a place in the semi-finals.
Yeah, to say it has been a roller coaster of a match isn't even describing what has happened.
It's been quite emotional as well, hasn't it? There's been lots of ups and downs for both players. None of them, I don't think, have played their best pool for any real long period of time. There's been flashes of it, Chris, here and there. But both players have struggled at times, and this is going to be dry. 4-ball not making it. There's a shot at the 1 here as well. It's awkward cueing, Chris, but it's a chance that you wouldn't mind having, would you?
No, this is the saving grace for Christina is probably the 8-ball being frozen on the cue ball, the hampered cueing. Yep.
Yeah, didn't get close to it. Are you playing the bank here, Chris? Or are you going safe?
I'm going aggressive if I'm Christina because I have a chance to win now. And if I don't, then I still have a shootout to play.
Digging down. She's going for this, drawing back across. Changed her mind. Going a little bit red in the face now. Blood pressure up. Heart rate up. Yeah, changed her mind there to go with a level cue, but unfortunately, Chris, it did affect the positional side of the shot, didn't it, onto the 2-ball? So kind of didn't go all out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind making the 2 into the 4 with a little bit of low left English, twisting the 2 a little bit more towards the corner pocket. I just don't see an amazing safe here, so I think that's something that I would definitely go for.
Well, this is certainly jumpable, and try and squeeze it off the 2-ball to make the 4.
Yeah, I like the kick here personally because the 2's so close to the rail. And if I hit that 2-ball on the kick, most likely I'm going to make the 4. But she's going airborne, like you suggested.
Yeah, extension called. I just feel I'm guaranteed to hit it, Chris, if I'm jumping this, really. You know, cushion sliding, just not guaranteed. I'd rather trust my jumping ability here, as she did. Needs a 2-ball to travel. Oh.
Was that a good hit?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Didn't kind of jump out as me as being a foul. The referee certainly didn't think it was a foul. He was closer than any of us. So, thing is, though, look where the 2's gone. Now, if she can clip this, possibility of making the 3. Make the 3. Well, only had a very thin part of it. She's got away with it, though. Yeah, we're not really going to see whether it was good or not from that angle.
The jump again. Wasn't a bad shot. Containing safety here. Let's see what she can do. The 2 on the other side of the 8 looks pretty good. Oh, look at that.
Oh, she's left a piece of it, though, Chris, hasn't she? Is there a little edge sticking out? Just the paint, maybe?
I'm not sure. It's so close. You'd have to spin it in the left, most likely.
Hit the black first, didn't she? She hit the 8 first.
Foul, yeah. Oh, that's a foul for sure.
Well, yeah, 100%. I thought she was there continuing for a second, but I thought, come on, that is 100% a foul on the 8-ball.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, you had to have known that was a foul.
Shasha Liu, a final chance to take this to a shootout. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the shootouts, well, you thought this was nerve-wracking. You wait till we get down to the shootout. She hasn't fallen perfect, though, on this 5 ball. She's still got work to do. Yeah, nicely done.
It's going to follow
Confident
forward a little
stroke.
bit. Probably play the 8 in the top left corner. Past the side pocket. That's what I would do.
Nervy little one
Take
there.
the 9 out of play.
Well, not sure what that roar is, but I'm watching my scoreboard very, very closely. Either Wei Chu Chen has drawn back level for a shootout, or Rublin Amit has won it. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know as soon as I know. And it is Rublin Amit. She has beaten Wei Chu Chen by 3 sets to 2. She will play the winner of this one. It looks like this is going to a shootout, or is it? She's overrun the position on the 9 ball here, Chris. This is missable. Oh, what a performance from Rublin Amit. Oh, she's gone to the other side and missed it. Well, what a chance this is for Christina Tkach to wrap up this match. And this is well within her armoury. This is right up her street. Oh, I thought she was going to go in the other corner, Chris, didn't you? Anyway.
No, I like the way she went, but again, they keep overcutting these balls.
This 9 for a place in the semi-final against Rublin Amit, and in it goes. She sinks to the floor almost. Wow, what a match that was. It had absolutely everything. I think to describe it as a roller coaster, Chris, was about exactly right. The perfect description of it. Thank you so much, Chris, for being with me today. I will be back tomorrow morning. We will be back at 10 a.m. on this table, and table 1 as well. Ladies semi-finals begin tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. It's good night from Hamilton in New Zealand from